Hi everyone, my name is Madhav Kant Lavania and I am a student of National College of Ireland currently pursuing MSc Data Analytics. I am going to present my data warehousing project on energy consumption and environmental pollution. We are going to look at these areas in this video. In this project, most of the data sets are gathered from government websites. My first data source is Statista. From this source, I have taken the distribution of GDP across economic sectors from 2007 to 2017. Second data source is Office for National Statistics. I have downloaded two data sets from this website. First talks about the amount of different type of fuels being used in various economic activities in respective economic sectors. Second talks about the total amount of non-renewable fuels being consumed from year 1990 to 2016. My third data source is National Atmospheric Emission Inventory. From this data source, I have downloaded the amount of emission of different pollutants and the fuels from which these pollutants are getting emitted with the economic activities. My fourth data source is a fabricated data set. I have merged 125 unique sectors from source 2 into 4 major economic sectors. My fifth and last data source is Twitter. From Twitter, I have done the sentiment analysis on different hazardous gases that are taken from National Atmospheric Emission Inventory. I have extracted only the tweets which have these gases mentioned from a chunk of 1.4 million tweets using a SQL query in R. Let's now move to SSIS. I have added the R script in execute process task, which not only automates the downloading of data files from NAIE but also performs the cleaning of all datasets used in this project. Let's start the workflow. This will take a bit of time. Here the cleaning of the datasets has started. Here the files are getting downloaded. This will take some time to download all the files and clean it. So let me pause the presentation for time being. All the tables already present in SSMS has been truncated. All the workflows tasks load the CSVs, which later created multiple dimension using sort and lookup transformation methodology. This data flow task will take some time because it contains large number of rows. All these dimensions here are connected to a fact table data flow. In this fact table, all the dimensions are getting loaded and the numeric or measurements are transferring to populate the fact table. I have also incorporated the automatic cube processing, which can be seen here. Let me illustrate the manual processing of cube, which is also successful. So now the deployment has been completed successfully. Let me run the process. It has been processed. Now let's move ahead on the business intelligence queries. First BI query depicts the amount of consumption of coal, petrol, diesel, LPG and the total amount of emission of gases during the years. Both the values are in tons. From this query, we can see that the amount of consumption got decreased, which resulted in the decrease of emission. The interesting thing to notice is the similarity in the line graph of coal consumption and the line graph of emission. It can be inferred that coal contributes the most in emissions. Second BI query shows the comparison of GDP and the emission of gases during the years. From this, we can see how the amount of these gases emissions are decreasing in every sector and the contribution of these sectors to the GDP remains more or less same. It can be inferred that government has strengthened the policies in such a way that the emissions got decreased but it didn't affect the GDP. I have added these buttons to see the effect of different gases. Sentiment analysis of the gases taken from NEIE is the last query. Shocking result is the positive sentiment of CO2. All the other gases have negative sentiments. It can be inferred that people are getting concerned, which has decreased the gas emissions and may soon give positive outcomes. Thank you. This is the end of my presentation.